Welcome back to SW Live. SW Live, baby. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How y'all living? It's been a couple of weeks since I've been on here to see y'all because I've been giving y'all time to be with y'all families and to enjoy y'all people during this season because a lot of y'all do celebrate. So we want to make sure that we give y'all the opportunity to celebrate with y'all people. But welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Cheers. So today is a new show, January 1st. And we really just came on today. I didn't want to give a full show today. I got another show, a good synopsis for our next week's show for when we're fully back. But I wanted to just check in on my people, see where y'all heads at during this time. Um, this is a different time of the year, different time of the season for people who are without their loved ones, and just in general, this is it could be a hard time for anything during this time where you want to be around family when you're not around family, when you want to be doing things but you can't afford to do things. So just checking in, seeing where y'all head at, seeing where y'all head space is. How are y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all living? How y'all loving? How y'all doing? It's good to it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Y'all, it's been a long day today though. Did some, of course, ran around, did some errands, and did all that stuff. But there was I think a carjacking today that I ran up on because I ran up on like 30,000 police officers, and I seen one guy, and I was like, "Oh, this for one guy, all this." But you better believe the camera patrol was out and about to make sure what was going on, what was what wasn't going on. You know what I'm saying? The camera patrol was out there today, so I'm glad for that. I always like to know that that people are getting treated fairly in they arrest whatever they got going on. That's their business, but at least let them be getting treated fairly during that time. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be hearing about another death, and that's a lot. And again, that's a lot of things that's been going on during um, this season is that people have been losing people. They're either have lost them recently or they've lost them in the past, and they're doing things without them now. It's a lot for people. This is a busier time of the year to have you sitting and thinking and being grateful for the people that you have, and being um and being grateful for just not just the people that you have, the things you have, the things you've acquired, where you are in life. Like we got to start like being more gracious and grateful for where just for where we are. You know what I'm saying? Like that we don't give ourselves enough credit and enough um grace to just be like, you know what? I've been doing this thing for a while now. I'm proud of me. You know what I'm saying? We have to start doing stuff like that. We got to start patting ourselves on the back. We got to start being more celebratory of ourselves just as well as we are of the people that's around us. So, um, yeah, I want people. I want us to remember that. I want us to always know that what we put out there is definitely something that we should be celebrating. We should be very, very grateful for where we are and what we're able to do. And I don't think that we when I say I don't think that we give ourselves enough grace and gratitude, um, not just when you have a win. It shouldn't always just be when it's a win because you having to do some things to get to that win. So celebrate the journey, celebrate the ride to get there. Just be grateful for just being grateful for who you are and what you're putting out into this atmosphere is super super dope. And especially if you are doing good shit. Like if you ain't and I'm not saying that everybody gotta be um trying to save the world. And I'm not saying that, but what you're doing for your family, what you're doing for your friends, what you're doing for your partner, what you're doing for your business, what you're doing for your community, anything in that aspect that you know that you're doing something and you should be great, and you should be giving yourself grace for doing it. Do that. Do that. It's a lot. We don't give ourselves enough grace. We do not say thank you to ourselves enough. We do not say um you doing a good job enough. We don't do that. And we need to start doing that. We need to start being more accommodating and celebratory when it comes to the things that we've done in either in a short amount of time, whether it's a year and it was supposed to take 5 years, whatever. We need to start saying thank you to ourselves, showing grace to ourselves, giving ourselves some good gratitude. And I really want y'all to start focusing on that a little bit more. I know because I don't believe in all the but it's just Shell now. It's just me. I don't believe in all the New Year resolutions and all of that. I believe that your growth and your prosperity is going to come based on how you set yourself up to get there and what you're putting out there and how you putting it out there and who you putting it out there too. Because if people are able to grow from you and learn from you and take from you from the things that you're feeding into the community, what you're feeding into the universe, you are doing a magnificent job. And I mean magnificent. um we don't always have to see it immediately to know that we're doing something good, but you are doing good. You are doing the things that you should be doing to make sure that you're taking care of you, the people around you, the people that you love. um the community is huge. What you're doing for your people is huge. The what you're doing for the young people in your family is huge. How you talking to them, what you giving to them, how you saving their lives. Those are big deals. So if you're not giving yourself that, that extra push and that extra, I did that. I handled that. I put it down. You know what I'm saying? Even if you in your relationship and in your relationship you don't extra hard to make sure that things are happening the way they supposed to be happening. Grace. That's gratitude. That's grace. You deserve to be told thank you. You deserve to be told I appreciate you. You deserve to be told there's nothing more, there's nothing more indulging than hearing that somebody that you put something out there in the universe for is satisfactory satisfactorily living off of your graces or what you put out. Like, ain't nothing more satisfying than knowing that you're actually doing well for people, all right, and well for yourself. So that's first and foremost what I wanted to say while I'm checking in on y'all, because a lot of times y'all was going crazy during this holiday season to make sure those kids got, to make sure that family got, to make sure everybody got from January, I'm sorry, from November through now. You guys have been going hard for your people. So I know that if you're going hard for your people, that you are doing your job with doing what you're supposed to be doing. The time is now to say, um the time is now to say thank you, Shell. Thank you, Stacy. Hey, Stacy. Happy New Year. The time now is to actually say that. The time now is to say, I appreciate myself. I appreciate my people. I appreciate my loved ones. I appreciate it. This is the time. It's the time now is to be celebratory. And it's something you should be doing all year, all season. Not just something not something that you're just doing during the holiday season, but in the holiday season, if that's a memorable time for you, make sure you letting those people know, including yourself, how glad and grateful you are to be a part of this journey. How glad and grateful you are to be a part of this lifestyle. How glad and grateful you are just to be able to put out the good that you're doing into the atmosphere. I want you all to start saying thank you to myself, to yourself, a lot more. I appreciate you. I think that Once you start encouraging you, once you continue to encourage yourself, you're going to always be able to encourage others, and you're going to be able to do more and put out more because you're giving more of you. You're doing more for you. And if it's not coming from the heart, don't fucking do it. Quote of the day is all is well that ends well. If you didn't feel like you got a lot out of 2024, that's because you only got out what you put in. So we're going to make sure that we start putting out more so that we can see more and feel more of what we want from that more. You got to work on it. You got to put it out there. It ain't gonna just come to you. That stuff, that that hoping that I could just have it because I feel like I deserve it. It don't work like that. No. You got to work for this stuff. You got to actually go out and work. You got to put in the work. You got to be present. You got to be accountable. You got to be on time. You got to be there. You got to be like you got to be real with what you're planning to do. You can't just be it got to be a plenty of action behind that. Plenty of it. Plenty of it. What Stacy said. This is confirmation of the conversation I just had this morning. We're gonna bring that confirmation, baby. Because if you already know what it is you should be doing and how you doing it, hearing the confirmation makes it so much better. Knowing that it's real makes it so much better. It's nothing better than reassurance. It's nothing better than knowing that I'm confirming that this is for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you like I was just saying, if you close out 2024 not being happy with what you did in 2024, then that's because you didn't give it what you thought you were supposed to be giving it. So everything that you're touching, put your best foot forward for it. Make sure that you driving hard for it. Make sure that you snapping on every level, on every corner for what you want. Like it, nothing gonna come to a dreamer, but the sleep. So you got to put it out there. You got to work for it. You got to go hard for it. What's up, E? You got to go hard. What's up, my brother? Happy New Year. You definitely got to go hard for it. So, like I said, I want to come on here today just to do a check in with y'all, just to see where y'all heads are. Um, we things that you're used to doing during the holiday season that you weren't able to do this holiday season. Just be grateful for what you were able to do, because um, we may be worried about things you can't do financially, and somebody else over might be going through the fact that they not with a loved one this year. So it works simultaneously for different things. We gotta what we're wanting and how we want it and how we want to do it. We gotta move with grace with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no need to be around here bragging about what you did or what you didn't do or how you got it or what you didn't get. It's not. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna be grateful. We're gonna be thankful. But we're not gonna try to make somebody else that couldn't get or couldn't do feel bad for their lack of, because to me it's not a lack. If we're being honest, it's not a lack. A holiday season is a holiday season, but what you have to do is continue to live throughout your life. So if you're not able to do that and you're getting stuck in just what you need to be doing in the holiday season, you ruined anyway. You definitely ruined anyway. You supposed to be out here doing a lot of these things first and foremost for the fact that if it's for a benefit, a lot of doing for your children and getting them things and stuff because you feel like you want to get that for them. Kudos, cheers. That's what presents are for. But you also should be either celebrating their wins, celebrating their losses, celebrating how they getting better at certain things, constantly reminding them throughout the year of what it takes to even get a lot of the things that you want, that I'm sacrificing for to make sure that you have. So don't just take these holiday seasons as times to show out and be like, I did this or I did that. No, we're not doing that. We too old for that anyway. But make sure that you're giving yourself the self-respect and showing them the reason for why you do what you do. Make sure you're giving yourself pats on the back through it all, good or bad. Correct. Correct. We definitely want to do that, because if you're not, then what's the purpose? What you going hard out here, and people who's supposed to be telling you thank you not telling you thank you. people who's supposed to be saying it to you on a regular basis not saying it. So you make sure you, even if you don't hear it from somebody else, you make sure you telling yourself that. I I said that from the beginning. Your celebration start with you. What you putting out and how you receiving, and the as hard as you going for what you going for, you should definitely be like, oh, I did that. I did that. All them silent wins. I don't care if you have 100 silent wins this year. Celebrate every last one of them. You can do it silently, you can do it loud, but every win should be celebrated. Those wins can be like, oh, I took a certification course and it gave me 10 extra CTEs. Celebrate it, because you didn't have to get that opportunity. We need to start clapping more for what we're putting out there. We need to start clapping more for who we are and what we do, because it's going to be plenty of times where nobody is going to champion for you. Nobody is going to clap for you, but because nobody's not going to always know what you're doing and what you're doing to get to where you're going. So do your best, celebrate your wins, whether it's silently or loud, and continue to go forth for everything that you got going, and make sure you telling yourself and encouraging yourself, because you can feel defeated. You can feel like, you know what, at this point I've done too much, I'm tired. You can get to that point. We're all human. We all are flesh. So we can get to that point that we're starting to be like, I think I'm just doing too much now. I think I'm doing too much, and I don't want to keep doing too much. I want to sit down for a few minutes. If you don't have nobody to come pick up the slack and give you the opportunity to rest your feet at the same time that you keep on having to go hard, then stop. Take the time to chill, because you can be doing the most of what you're supposed to be doing and still be burdened, and still be ran down, and still be tired. And it's gonna have to get done, but it's a different way to do it. You can take your time to get there. Don't try to rush and be stepping on the hurdles you're trying to cross to get there. Sometimes aren't the hurdles you need to cross. You may have, it may be that journey where it's not gonna take a three. It's not gonna take 1 year to get it done. It might take three, but you got to be that person that notices that for yourself. When the don't burn yourself out. Yes, clap for your damn self. Stop waiting for somebody you can give yourself. Yes, something you can give yourself. Definitely, definitely. We we we're supposed to be at a point now anywhere where we're celebrating our wins with or without anybody anyway. Like, you don't even, whatever you got going on and you feel grateful for doing something, and you know you done accomplished something way more heavier and deeper than what you thought you would, then we have no reason to be sitting around pouting saying nobody said good job, and nobody said you did that. Did you say it? Did you tell yourself that? So we checking in. We checking in. How my ladies doing? How the fellas doing? How everybody feeling? Where your head at? Where your heart at? Where your soul at? Is your soul clean? Are we around here actually dealing with clean souls right now these days? That's what I want to know. Y'all been to the dentist lately? Anybody got their teeth cleaned recently? If you haven't, make you an appointment, because you got to keep them things together now. You got to keep them together. So, um, I think I put up what was it, yesterday? I put up a post and I said, it's not about a resolution, it's about doing better, basically. For what it's about, taking some time out to reserve yourself so that you're healthier, basically. So you have to disconnect sometimes. And it's hard for a lot of people to unplug. It's hard for a lot of people to even just tell somebody goodbye. It's hard for a lot of people to say, I don't want that. It's hard for a lot of people to say no. So, with that being said, this season is for you to start being able to unplug. This season is for you to be able to start saying that If that's not my room to walk in, I'm not walking in that room. If that's not the table that I want to sit at, I'm not sitting there. We choosing and picking where we want to go and our desires of our hearts and stuff. We're going to be the ones in charge of that. We're not going to let situations be the reasons why we do things differently. We're going to be the people leading the situations. So that's going to take time, with time for you to start planning according to how you need to move throughout your days. That means that you'll have to start refocusing, shifting. If you're a person who don't like waking up early in the morning, you may need to start going to bed earlier at night. If you're a person who does not feel that doing certain things during throughout the week is going to be able to allow you to get things done, then you need to do more of it on the weekend. If your weeks are made mostly for running your children around, accomplishing your goals, well then on the weekend you need to set some time aside to where you can focus on those things that get you ready for the week. You gotta your strategies got to be different. We can't keep walking in the same battles of insanity and thinking that we're going to get change behaviors, change outcomes, change situations. We have to look at it differently. In order for us to get something changed, we have to be working differently to provide how we want to get it, the outcome. So instead of just saying, I'm building into New Year's resolutions, start changing your dynamics, because it don't matter how many resolutions you set for yourself. If you're not a structured person to focus on how you can deliver those resolutions, it's a waste of motherfucking time. You lie to yourself. Then at that point, you are misguiding and misleading and misinterpreting your own resolutions if you think that it's okay to say, I'm going to keep having the same resolutions, but I'm not going to put in the work for them differently. Your goals have to have planned avenues to get those done. And a resolution is nothing but a goal. So if you got a goal in mind, you need to have a planned direction to get to that goal. You need to. You cannot just you can't keep just telling yourself that it's okay to lie to yourself. If you're not going to do the work, don't lie. If you're not going to put in the time, don't lie. If you're not going to do anything differently than what you did last year to get to where you're trying to go, don't do it. Don't lie. Just be grateful for your journey. Just smooth sail and moonwalk through that bitch, but do not lie. That is when things become a waste of time. We got way too many opportunities to do things without it having to be issues attached to it. So how you plan is going to actually, and how you strategize and how you put it in place is going to make what you have in your head come to life. It's how you strategize it. It's how you put it out there. But you can't keep doing the same stuff. You can't just be like, all right, I got a 7 month goal, and then um, it's 6 months into the year now, and you ain't did nothing with the goal. And now you finna try to force it in 6 months. That's the same thing you did last year. That's why you didn't get nowhere with it. It's the same thing. Change it up, switch it up, come differently, step differently. We can't be leaders to our children and to our family members if we can't even lead our own lives. We have to be our biggest champions. We have to be our biggest forces. We have to be our biggest cheerleaders. We have to be our biggest every damn thing. And if you lying to yourself, you lying to the people that you're trying to tell to you trying to help. You lying to everybody then. Now it's just a lie, a big old ass lie. So what you put out there is what you're going to receive. How you manifest it, what the work you put behind it, all of that is going to be how you what you get back. So as I'm checking in with y'all, I want y'all to know right now I'm rooting for every last one of y'all. Um, we don't know what this year brings. We don't know what's going to happen to us within the next few months, the next few days, the next few weeks. So what we should be grateful for and thankful for is time. The time that you are given. Utilize it to the best of your abilities. Do not play with yourself. Do not play with your creations. Do not play with your blessings. Do not play with anything. Take everything as a with a grain of salt and be very grateful. That's the only thing we can do. The whole I know what I want and I know what I'm gonna do to get it without you actually working through that. You just doing what you normally do. Talk. So this year, today, not just this year, moving forward in your life in general, make sure you're taking the time to strategize. How you put it in play is going to be the ultimate outcome to your goals. All right. I thank y'all for tuning in with me today. I just want, like I said, I wanted to just do a quick check in with y'all, see where y'all heads, hearts, and souls were. Give y'all some time to vent, get some things off your chest if you had something going on that you needed to air out, especially during this time of the year. There are people who are struggling through these times of the year, and not just financially, emotionally, mentally, physically. They are struggling. We're getting older, my guys. You know what I'm saying? So our bodies are changing, our thoughts are changing, our evolutions are changing, our vision, everything changing. So you got to start making sure that you're interlooped with what's happening with you, eating healthier. It gives you a better plan. It gives you better vision. It gives you better eyesight. It gives you better time. How how you take care of yourself is going to determine how long you get to be able to run around and be who you are. So until you have yourself a goal in mind that has a strategy and a plan to it, don't tell nobody. Keep it right in here, right in your heart. If you need help implementing it, do the research, then come to somebody with what you're trying to do. But don't come to nobody with just a goal and you want them to lead your way for you. You're going to be right back where you started. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a magnificent evening. Enjoy yourselves. If the kids still out of school, I think they are. If they still out of school, y'all enjoy y'all children for the next couple of days before y'all have to send them back to school and let they real parents and teach what you call them, what the people, the custodial people before the custodial parents actually have to get back into the loop. They needed a break too, y'all. So we are a village. We are a team of people who's supposed to be looking after that, and we got to protect those children. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Take care.